number 4. 25.9 seconds to play. 72-66 Maryland. Jacoby Gillespie, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. First free throw rattles in. But when he banked that 3 earlier in the half, that was a bad sign.
That was.
Second free throw coming up for Gillespie. On the way and good again. 74-66 Maryland with 25 seconds remaining. McGee left sideline front court. Kamari driving down the lane, goes up, got fouled by Derek Queen. Now we've seen a couple of freshman mistakes here from the ultra-talented Derek Queen. McGee goes to the line with 20 seconds left. 74-66 Maryland.
And that's this is exactly what Wisconsin's supposed to be doing right now. And they're executing it. They're giving themselves a shot. I know they're down still by 8, but
3 fouls on Queen, by the way. Kamari McGee shoots 2, and he is good with the first.
There's a good substitution by Coach Gard. Get Janicki in the game to be able to call, foul.
74-67 Maryland as Kamari McGee hit the first free throw. Takes a deep breath. Sends it. Hits it. 74-68 Maryland. Janicki is in for Crowell. And Deshaun Harris-Smith will be throwing it in. Looking. Harris-Smith looking. They get it into Derek Queen. He's the one you're going to want to foul, and they do. It's all relative. Queen split his free throws a moment ago. We've given you the numbers. He's a good free throw shooter, but he's still a freshman. 17.9 seconds to play. 74-68 Maryland. Terps are 14 of 19 at the foul line tonight. The Badgers are 15 of 21. And Derek Queen at the free throw line. A 6-point lead for the Terrapins. And the first free throw is good. They get 75-68 Maryland. Julian Reese will be checking back in a moment. Nolan Winter in for Jack Janicki. One more coming for Derek Queen. Julian Reese getting ready to re-enter for the Terrapins. Queen eyes the rim. Free throw on the way, and it's straight through. 76-68 Maryland. Reese in for Queen. 17.9 seconds to play. And Nolan Winter will inbound to McGee. Kamari brings it up with 15 seconds. McGee, front court left, moves to the middle. Kamari probing, steps back, tries the 3, and it's off the back of the rim and out, no good. Rebound to Maryland, and the Terps will dribble out the clock, and Maryland will leave the floor an 8-point winner. Good college basketball game tonight. Two teams who are very, very good in the Big Ten Conference. Maryland protecting the home floor, winning at 76-68.
Yeah, Maryland's playing good basketball. And again, you talk about the margin of error. It's not a lot when you talk about the upper echelon of the Big Ten, and that's what it is. Wisconsin 9 of 22 from layups. I think that's a tough thing. That's a tough part, and I think that's what it is. So,
and an uncharacteristic night shooting it. Badgers.
Jarrett working tonight's matchup here at the hump. State wearing the black uniforms, hits the blackout from their faithful. Bama the road white uniforms tonight. As Pat puts the ball in the air and the tap is controlled in the backcourt to our right by Mississippi State. They'll bring it front court with Hubbard, the point guard, getting it near side to Harris. Harris playing off of a screen, goes to the left corner. A bounce pass to the wing to Woko. Now top of the arc, they go to Melendez. He'll drive left, throws a lob, deflected away nicely by Amori for Alabama, and here comes the Tide with a takeaway. Youngblood to Nelson on the left wing, takes a couple of dribbles, picks it up, tried to give it off to Stevenson, but it's deflected away and stolen. State may have gotten away with a double dribble, but they'll get a blocked shot from Bama, and then the putback good by Nwoko. 2-0 State. Sears drives hurriedly to the other end. Tied up in the corner, needs help, finds Youngblood. Near side 3, bottom.
Great pass right there by Sears.
in transition, found Youngblood on the near wing. Now Hubbard for Mississippi State going to Matthews at the elbow to Nwoko, top of the arc. 3-2 Bama, 1 minute into this one here in Starkville. Rising, firing, and knocking down the three is Hubbard to answer right back and give State the lead again. A minute, 10 seconds into this contest. Sears another drive. Nelson to Youngblood in the corner. Now to Nelson right of the circle. He'll dribble left, hand it off to Stevenson. Three, too strong. Rebound tipped and controlled by Mississippi State. Bulldogs with a ball and a 5-3 advantage. They work to the top of the arc. Hubbard will rise and fire again and hit it again, and you can't give him any space or he'll do that all night.
You got to get up over those screens right there. And something interesting to note is Alabama has started Stevenson on Hubbard tonight. Interesting matchup. Hopefully we can kind of corral him here.
Nelson in the corner for three. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound tipped out, but out of bounds by the Crimson Tide. Unfortunately, didn't realize it, but two teammates kind of battling each other for that one. Stevenson along with Amori, and possession will belong to Mississippi State. And Nate Oates very much letting Jared Stevenson know he has got to extend that defense and cannot leave number 12, who now will drive. He'll stop, he'll pivot, and he'll hand it off. Harris on the drive into the paint. Kicks it to Nwoko, now to Harris. Harris weaving through traffic, gets into the lane and pushed off, and he did not get away with it. That was clear. That would be a stiff arm that would be nice over at Scott Field, but it will get you an offensive foul here at the hump, and that one will be the first on Mississippi State. And the Crimson Tide will have possession, trailing 8-3 with 17:51 to go here in the first half.
It's incredible what happens when you're in good position. Sears was able to get in front of the ball handler coming off that ball screen and getting away, and again, it was a pretty clear push-off right there, so great job by Mark Sears.
He'll bring it ahead, Will Sears, facing a new man of the game in Riley Kugel. Bounce pass to Nelson, and the freight train went right down the heart of Main Street.
Right in the pocket is what you call that. Great job by Sears, just threading the needle a little bit, and Nelson, takeoff.
That was no doubter. The flush to make it an 8-5 ball game. State back the other way, though. Bounce pass goes left side to Murphy. He'll fall away from 15, misses it. Weak side rebound claimed by State and Cameron Matthews, and he's able to lay it in for two. Nelson couldn't get the box out, and that one's taken away by the Dogs. 10-5 State. Now driving will be Stevenson. Gets it around to Youngblood. Now we go to Nelson. Down low to Amori. Clifford will pick it up and find Sears. Mark will drive inside the arc. Pivots, needs help. Pivoting, looking. Throws it outside Youngblood. 5 to shoot. To Amori, now to Chris. Lets it fly. No good. Rebound, Nelson out of nowhere. Pump fake twice. Steps through, lost it. Taken away by State. It's Matthews with it front court. Bounce pass near side. Melendez left corner. They go. Kugel, his three's no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Sears. Here comes Mark front court for Alabama. Sears between the legs with a dribble. Splitting defenders. Drives, dishes. Stevenson corner three short. And the rebound again controlled by Mississippi State. They work it ahead. Melendez on the drive to the rack. No good, but he is fouled. I believe that's going to be on Jaron Stevenson. We'll see. It comes with 16:16 to go in the first half, and they do indeed call it on Jaron. And Nate Oates is going to make some changes, getting Aiden Sherrill, Aiden Holloway, and Mohamed Diabate off the bench after the first of 2 free throws is put up by R.J. Melendez.
We got us a track meet on our hands.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
This is a good one. This is fun.
Melendez first up and good.
If you're Alabama, you got to get back, and again, got to find bodies. When that ball goes up, Mississippi State is crashing hard.
The 3 6'11" guys are out. Stevenson, Amori, and Nelson. As Sherrill comes in along with Philon and Diabate. Free throw up, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Mo. Here's Philon front court. I think I said Aiden Sherrill was coming in. Nate opted to go with Philon instead. Sherrill with it left of the circle. Takes a dribble, picks it up, hands it off to Sears. Mark with 12 to shoot, works inside the paint, works a pass to Diabate, and now to Philon. LeBaron on the drive, tried to dump it off, does. Sherrill, pump fake, shot block, got it back, laid it up, and laid it in. 11-7 our score, and we've got something going on behind the basket. I don't know if a player is hurt. I believe it is a player down for Mississippi State. That may be R.J. Melendez, who is down behind the basket of Mississippi State. We'll check on that when we come back. A break in the action with 15:48 to go first half. State leading Alabama 11-7 here in Starkville on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDominoes.com. Thanks for your business and Roll Tide.
Bama's down 4, 11-7 at the hump, 15:48 to go in the first half. Keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app, presented by Cadence Bank. Download it now for free at the App Store and Google Play. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, and the legendary Law Dog, Lawson Schaefer, sitting in for Brian Pasick tonight. Almost said BP. Lawson. This is not a game for the faint of heart. It's a tough play to play, and Bama needs 5 guys on the board to keep up with these guys tonight.
There's no doubt the big men are doing all they can to box out. I think it's going to come down to the importance of the guards getting in there and trying to bang in there with the trees underneath. It's got to be all 5 guys going in there and try to rebound. And again, we got to find a way to get Josh Hubbard. You don't even want him looking at the goal when he's coming off these ball screens.
We knew he shot it quick. We knew he was dangerous. But, man, you see the release in the move and the angle of his body a couple of times. You know, normally you feel like if you got time to wait for him to square up. He doesn't square up all the time to shoot, does he?
No, he doesn't. And he's one of those little guards that has a very high jump shot, which makes it incredibly difficult to close out because you can't get up under him. So it's one of those things, again, when he comes off a ball screen, he should be seeing nothing but Alabama defenders' hands.
I understand the storyline, people talking about Mark Sears. No, he doesn't have a shot yet, but he's got 2 assists, and he's given a couple of other great looks. He's a guy who is fine with distributing the basketball. He will get his shots as the game wears on.
He is a natural scorer. It's the other part of his game that I think he's really developed really well this year. He's going to get you 15 to 20 points. It's just what he does. So, again, early on having the assist I think is more crucial than him scoring points.
Alabama will have Aiden Holloway, LeBaron Philon, Mark Sears, Aiden Sherrill, and Mohamed Diabate as their 5 on the floor. They did take R.J. Melendez. They did help him to the locker room after he was the one that was hobbled that brought about the stoppage in play. We were due a media timeout, but it was because he was hurt underneath the basket that play was stopped. State with it, front court, 2 hour left. Nwoko with it, top of the arc, lets a cutter go by, a second, that's Hubbard both times. Now he'll try to pop a 3, top of the arc, no good. Collision in chasing the basketball, and Sears is going to win the battle there, and then he gets fouled. And that is the toughness, in addition to the hustle, of Mark Sears on display right there.
It was a great job. If you watch that again, there's 3 guards going in there and banging for that rebound. That's what you want if you're Alabama.
Sean Jones is the man guilty of the foul, the Houston native, his first, and team foul number 2 on Mississippi State. Philon with it, top of the arc for Alabama. LeBaron surveying the floor, looking, giving it off to Holloway, to Sherrill. Aiden lets one cutter go by, now hands it off to Sears, who pivots, works it to Diabate. One more, left side, Phylon three, bottom. And if he hits that shot, Alabama will have success. He gets the open looks.
When Phylon's hitting open threes like that, it transforms this team into another monster. Again, that was beautiful ball movement. Sears did a good job of getting two guys on the ball with a quick swing.
1 point game, State on top, 11-10, 14:47 to go in the opening half. Hubbard with it, puts up a runner, a whistle before the shot on the floor, and I think that's going to be on Alabama. Player got knocked to the deck for Mississippi State. It was Nwoko who was inadvertently tripped by Mohamed Diabate. That will be Mo's first. It'll be team foul number 2 on the Crimson Tide. A couple of turnovers by each squad as well. Well, there's one way to stop Hubbard. He's on the bench right now. Take a breather, as in to replace him is Claudell Harris, one of the starters. Inbounds pass goes to Murphy, excuse me. Kugel with it now near wing. Shot clock under 15. They gave it to Murphy. A beautiful no-look pass on a bounce pass look to Jones for the layup and 2, and the Dogs lead it 13-10. Here's Holloway trying to dribble away from a trap. Gets it to Sears out high. State goes to a 2-3 look defensively for a moment. Driving will be Holloway. Underneath the basket, reverse no, but tip is good by Aiden Sherrill. He's got 4, and the Crimson Tide has pulled back to within 1. State on the drive, though. Harris stopping on the left block. Pivots, looks, hands it off to Murphy. Murphy spinning left, now right. Good defense to force him to unload it to Matthews. Now left of the circle, pulling up. Kugel from 15 is good.
Well, I've seen Aiden Sherrill's activity on both ends so far, but again, got to do better on that ball screen action, not give Mississippi State any looks.
15-12, State with the lead, Bama with the basketball. Sherrill with it, top of the arc, a dribble and a handoff to Sears. Dead on, 3, too strong off the back iron, and the rebound is controlled by Harris of Mississippi State. He'll run the other way. Let's reinforcements catch up. Now he'll drive to the basket, stops in the paint, kicks it outside. They throw it on the right side of the block to Murphy. Murphy trying to go baseline, cut off by Sherrill originally, but he just kept going and got underneath and got the reverse.
It's a great move right there. Sherrill's got to move his feet a little bit better, stay in front.
Bama down by 5. Sears with the basketball, top of the arc, changes direction, goes right, weaving through traffic, kicks in the corner. Holloway 3, bottom, and he is fouled. A chance for the and 1 for Aiden Holloway, and a 4-point play that could make this a 1-point contest again.
I have absolutely loved Aiden Holloway's confidence in conference play. The guy is not afraid to pull the trigger, and you need a guy like that. Sears needs the help, and he's done a great job, I think, of relieving some of the offensive pressure off Sears to score and try to do all things.
What a shock. You like a guy that comes off the bench and shoots it immediately. 17-15, that was your formula. Come off the bench, shoot it immediately.
You're going to get taken out regardless.
17-15 at the moment. Phylon trying to convert the and 1, which would be a 4-point play, and he does just that. Well, Nate, if you don't shoot it, you're coming out. 17-16 is the score. State still leading it by 1 as we're under the 13-minute mark here in the opening half. Packed house at the hump. Bounce pass goes to Matthews at the elbow left side, dribbles to the right side, throws it into the low post to Nwoko. Spin, jump hook over Nelson, got it to go. You got Nelson and Amori who checked in on the last dead ball, and Darion Reed seeing his first action in 4 games back from the lower leg injury. Here's Phylon with it, playing off of a high screen, drives into the lane, little Euro step, got it to go.
So crafty.
Bama on top. No, check that. I'm sorry. State leading at 19-18. Still a 1-point lead. Here's Kugel trying to shake free. Can't do it. Gives it off to Matthews. Matthews, a handoff to Hubbard. Thought about a shot. Drives right wing. Holloway 15-footer. No good. Rebound tip. Controlled by State. Kugel thought about a step back. Instead dumps it into the low post. Nwoko spinning against Nelson. Spinning right. Blocked by Grant. Rebounded by Reed. Outlet pass Phylon. LeBaron on the near wing. Skips it over. Left side. Holloway 3. Oh, it was halfway down and popped out, and the rebound is controlled by Mississippi State. My goodness, that one was beyond halfway down before it popped back out on Aiden Holloway. 19-18, State with the lead and the basketball. Hubbard getting it, working right side, drives in, got the layup to go. He got a quarter step on Clifford Amori, and that was all he needed. Now Bama runs the other way, down by 3. It's Phylon playing off of the high screen from Amori. Kicks it over to Holloway. Thought about one from Jackson. Instead, decided, I'll just give it off right side to Amori, who will drive left. He'll go to the rim, and he'll lay it in for 2. A beautiful fake there as everybody went towards the shooter.
I don't think anybody in this arena was expecting that out, Big Cliff.
He went left and laid it in beautifully. Hubbard got bumped as, man, he put on the brakes, and Phylon couldn't do the same. Timeout on the floor. 11:02 to go in this track meet. State a 21-20 lead. We're glad you're with us in Starkville tonight on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
I'm Coach Nate Oates, and this is the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. To stay on top, you got to keep raising your game, just like the 2024 Ford F-150, the smartest, most connected F-150 ever. Ford offers impressive technology to help you get the job done in the smartest way possible. For the latest offers on a Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsors of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide!
Guy with
Sometimes you get to enjoy it. 11:02 to go in the first half. Bama down 21-20 at the hump against Mississippi State. Making Evan Williams Bourbon part of your game day traditions is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky. Think wisely, drink wisely, and roll tide. And by the way, if you've got it synced up to the TV and you're at home, why not? Why not? Lawson Schaefer, I've got a question for you because we talk a lot about the level of play and the quality of the SEC. You played just a few years ago. This game is obviously being played at a very high level. What do you think about the SEC overall compared to when you played just a few short years ago? Is it higher?
I think it's much higher. I think top to bottom, this is probably potentially, I don't know my history on this, but to me, from what I've seen in my time being involved with basketball, probably the best it's ever been from top to bottom. There's not an easy game. You look at the schedule, you go to South Carolina, I know who's in the bottom of the SEC, they're going to give you everything you got, and you better be prepared. So to me, it is a very tough league, and so if you look at the top half of it, these are teams that all could probably compete for a national championship.
Alabama out of the timeout with Chris Youngblood, Aiden Holloway, Grant Nelson, Clifford Amori, and Darion Reed as the 5 out there. State will inbound it, side court, almost directly in front of us. Barely to our left is Jones, who will get it into a man in the game for the first time, Delquan Warren, freshman guard out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Warren giving it off. Now the 3 ball missed by Hubbard. It ping-ponged off the rim, thankfully, and Reed will claim it and then bring it ahead for the Tide. To Youngblood, who kicks it back to Darion on the wing. Now to Youngblood in the right corner. To Nelson, fires one over to Holloway. Aiden giving it back to Youngblood near side. Gives it to Amori, flips it to Holloway, back to Youngblood. Deep 3, near side bottom. Range is wherever you are inside the building.
You gotta love having Chris Youngblood out there. The guy is a catch-and-shoot sniper.
Bounce pass goes inside, lefty layup, no good by Nwoko. Rebounded by Amori, and now he hands it off to Nelson, who will bring it ahead. It's 6-11. Grant brings it front court, plays off the screen, hands it off to Holloway. Aiden on the drive, had it poked away, but then slapped right back to him. Holloway gets fouled, but no whistle. Maybe it wasn't. They got the ball. I thought they got the arm. Apparently not. Here's Hubbard with it front court for State. Bama on top for the first time, 23-21 with 9:50 to go. A layup attempt from the right side, no good by Matthews, but he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. I said Bama didn't lead. That's not true. They had a 3-2 advantage briefly, but their first lead since that point. You had a better angle. I saw the three go up from Holloway, and I thought he got hit on the arm. Apparently not.
It looked like a good block to me. If I'm Holloway, you got to realize the guy just back tipped you and try to leak out, so you should know that there's somebody behind you.
Matthews can't get the first one to go.
You know, on that last play too, Chris, if you look at it from a defensive point of view, Clifford's kind of guarding a non-3-point threat. You know, why get out that far and get out of position?
Matthews only a 50% free throw shooter on the year coming in. And true to form, he gets 1 of 2.
Hey, percentages don't lie.
They do not lie. Here's Sears with the basketball, driving left, dishing it to Nelson, driving baseline. Cut off, spins, had it knocked away out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Crimson Tide. Grant thought he got hit on the arm, and that's why he lost the ball. 23-22, Alabama with the 1-point lead, 9:38 remaining. Here in the first half, they just showed the replay, and State fans didn't like it. Youngblood to Amori, to Nelson. Around the horn we go to Sears on the near wing. Up top to Grant again, hands it back to Mark. Now to Amori, top of the circle. He'll give it off to Reed. Reed to Nelson, right corner. Spins up 3, too strong. Weak side rebound, Youngblood. To Reed, all alone, driving down the lane to the rim, off the window and in. Played through some contact and got it to go. And Bama leads 25-22. Hubbard the other way for State. Bama finding him quickly. They throw it into the low post right side to Murphy. Murphy trying to spin against Reed. Spins twice, shoots, misses everything. But it was caught by Matthews' weak side. Now Hubbard going down the lane. May have gotten away with a walk as he unloads to Warren. Near side Hubbard, a deep contested 3, no good. Rebound, Amori after a great box out from Reed made it possible. And now here comes Sears, driving underneath, needs help. Throws a pass that hits the bottom of the backboard, and State will take it away. State running the other direction. Near side, they find Hubbard. 4-3, no. And that one missed the world. Out of bounds. I wonder why. He had Clifford Amori coming flying at him. Hubbard saw his life flash before his eyes, and Bama will get the ball back after the air ball from Hubbard.
If I'm Oates, I'm telling the assistants to clip that last one of Darion Reed with the box out and show them in the halftime, hey, this is what we got to do to win. It was beautiful.
He had the box out, which allowed Cliff to get the rebound on that play. And with 8.5 to go in the opening half, Bama leads it by 3. Here's Mark driving and held by Kugel. State doesn't like it. And look, you play physical. But he got bumped big time there from Kugel, and that will be team foul number 4 on State. There have been 4 whistled on the Tide. Bama basketball, Phylon to Stevenson to Sears, who I don't think was expecting it. Now we got a tie-up, and the arrow's going to favor Alabama. Stevenson moved it quick, but too quick. He was wide open and threw it to where there was a man covered.
Yeah, Coach Oates and Coach Murphy, they're not letting him forget that he was open right there. They're wearing him out over on the bench.
Inbounds pass goes to Stevenson. Cattle reference being made here by the Starkville faithful as Phylon has it on the near wing. Getting it to Youngblood on the drive. Cut off, got away with a walk, put it up, no. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Melendez of State. He'll cross over, he'll go to the rim, he'll lay it up, get it to go. Ripping and running on both ends as Bama leads by only 1 now. Here's Phylon over to Sears, left side. He'll get into the paint. He'll stop. He'll hand it off. Nelson lays it up and in for 2. He got him on the downbeat with that handoff. And Sears, a beautiful pass, and Nelson the finish for the Tide. Here's Matthews with it to the left wing. Flips it to Hubbard. Driving, stopping, looking, pivots. Hands it off. Now Matthews up high. He'll spin at the elbow. Flips it over to Hubbard, left corner. Lets the defender fly by. Now he shoots a 3 and hits it. 27 all, our score with 7:20 to go in the opening half of this one. Great pass, Sears to Nelson for the flush. Fired a bullet with the offhand and was able to find Grant for the dunk. Bama again back up by 2, and then you've got a foul whistled on the Crimson Tide. Timeout on the floor. 7:08 to go first half. Bama 29, State 27. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live courtside cam, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus Hey Coach. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes and coaches that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryant Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the Capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
Bama's on top, 7:08 to go in the first half, 29-27 over Mississippi State. Here's an important reminder to all Bama fans, stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season is here, so don't wait, vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Lawson Schaefer with us here at Humphrey Coliseum. Lawson, you've sat on the other side of the court a few times. How you like this?
This is fun. This is a fun game, too. The crowd is rocking in here. Mississippi State's playing a great game. Alabama's playing a great game. I'm impressed with the refs, letting both teams play to their physicality. They're doing a good job of kind of letting guys play through things, which makes it a lot better.
You were talking about a couple of sequences earlier, and Mark Sears, who's been fantastic in this one, hasn't scored. He's only had 1 shot, but 4 assists already, and he has drawn 3 fouls for the other side. A really good start for him, but you're talking about not necessarily, or not just the passes that he's making, but the timing of those that's allowed him to be so effective.
Yeah, so anytime you're in ball screen action, your job as the guy with the ball is to get 2 guys on you and force him to make a tough decision. So what he's doing is baiting those 2 defenders to be stuck on him, and he's making the right read, and he's getting it to the open man. And both those times he hit, I think it was Grant Nelson on one. I think it was both on Grant Nelson, but he did a great job of realizing, I got 2 on me, somebody's open, and he made the right read.
Alabama breaking its huddle right now. And the Crimson Tide with Youngblood, Sears, Diabate, Stevenson, and I think Philon will be the 5th to come out for Alabama. Melendez will be at the free throw line for Mississippi State, joined by Matthews, Hubbard, Sean Jones, and Keyshawn Murphy. Murphy, the Birmingham native out of Ramsey High School, a 4th-year junior for the Bulldogs. I said that Melendez would be at the line. He's actually not shooting free throws. That's just where he's positioning himself before they inbound this basketball.
Chris, you had Clark Holter just walk out on the court. Today is Clark Holter's 41st birthday.
Oh, how did I miss that?
We got to give him a big shout out. That guy is he's a heart and soul of the program. It's guys like him that they pour their all into it. A lot of time is taken away from their family because of how much they care about the program. So Clark's a special guy.
He is indeed athletic trainer, working primarily with men's basketball. I think he works with men's golf.
He does it
as well, and that's not uncommon for staff to work with multiple sports, but he is fantastic and also does cleanup work on the floor when there's blood stains. I think he scared the stain out of the floor. Quick inbounds goes to Melendez, in the right wing. He missed it. Rebound fought for, claimed by Diabate. Here's Bama in a 29-27 lead with the ball. Sears circling away from trouble. Great pass. Stevenson, three, no good. Diabate hustles and gets the loose ball. Fires it to Sears. Mark, deep, three, too strong. Rebounded, Mo again. Out again to Phylon, and Bama gets a reset to 20. LeBaron playing off of a screen. Double team, needs help. Gives it off. Stevenson drives, dishes. Youngblood all alone, layup. That is a deep three, a bank first three-pointer. But for him, that open, that is indeed a layup. And Bama, with 6.5 to go, leads it by 5. We're in the first half here at Humphrey Coliseum in Starkville, Alabama, and Mississippi State. Bulldogs throw it into the low post to Murphy. He'll fire a pass that winds up ultimately in the hands of Hubbard after the touch feed from Melendez. Hubbard on the drive, and a moving screen is going to be called on Matthews as he knocked Phylon about 3 feet. So the moving screen whistled there on Mississippi State's Cameron Matthews, the fifth-year senior. That'll be his first, and it'll be team foul number 5 on the Bulldogs, same number that's been whistled on the Crimson Tide.
That last offensive possession by Alabama was a chef's kiss. Couldn't draw it up any better.
At the elbow, Diabate kicks it to Youngblood in the corner. He'll drive, puts it up, had it knocked away, and a foul is going to be whistled on Mississippi State. It was a little bit of a late whistle from Pat Adams, but it was the right call as the second personal in a span of 30 seconds has been called on Matthews of Mississippi State. It's a big whistle right there because that is his second. Youngblood shooting the first of 2 and misses. Youngblood, a great shooter, but unfortunately missing that free throw opportunity. Checking in for the Tide will be Holloway, replacing Stevenson. Youngblood 11 of 13 in conference play from the charity stripe. 15 of 17 overall coming in. But he missed them both. Back-to-back misses, matching his season total. Hubbard with it now. Driving, gets to the rim, blocked by Diabate. Chased him from behind and swatted it out of bounds. Great hustle by Mo, and the Crimson Tide will stay on the defensive end after that blocked shot from Diabate.
Just relentless pursuit to stay with that one. It looked like he was beat all day long, and somehow he's able to get back to it.
Inbounds coming from the baseline. Hubbard trying to trigger it in. Looking, bounce pass deflected, but they're going to say a hold on Mark Sears, trying to keep Melendez from getting to the open spot. And Mark saying, man, I was being hooked. So a foul on the floor. That's the 6th on the Tide. 6 also on Mississippi State, as Hubbard will again trigger it from the baseline. 5:45 to go in the opening half. 32-27 Bama. Jumper missed from 15 by Kugel, and here comes Phylon the other way for the Tide. To Sears. Deep three. Bottom. The bank first three from Mark Sears from about 28 feet. Timeout, Mississippi State.
I don't know if the camera showed it, Chris, but did you see Mark's eyes? He kind of grants like, thank you, Lord.
Yes.
He needed that one.
He needed to see that one go through. He's 1 of 3, but 4 assists and a rebound, and we'll keep it right here as that is just a 30-second timeout. But the guy that was most excited besides Mark was Nate Oates. He greeted him just before he got off the floor, congratulating him. He has played a great ball game so far.
Unreal. Been balanced all night, but like you said, I think the whole staff, everybody was like just a big relief went over everybody when that one went in. Look at
that was 4 steps beyond the arc, but it was in rhythm, and he's feeling it, and he's glad to see that one go through the net. Hey, we're thrilled to see it go through there for him. One of our favorites.
No doubt about it.
One of only 82 players with over 2,500 career points. And talking about in the history of Division I college basketball, the modern history of the game. Here's Kugel on the drive against Sears. Kicks it left side, threw it away. He was trying to connect with Hubbard. It went behind him, out of bounds, and possession is going to belong to Alabama, but Hubbard is injured and down on the floor in the corner to our left, and the place is getting really quiet really quick. And they've already, it was brief, but they did lose Melendez to a, looked like a rolled ankle. He's been able to come back and play, but Hubbard is down, and he is their top scorer. It is being looked at. I don't know if he hit his head, but he is in some pain, laying flat of his back and being attended to by the athletic trainer for Mississippi State. I haven't seen a replay, seen exactly what took place, but he is now sitting up. He has not gotten to his feet. He was, I think, get some tears. I don't think that was just exhaustion, but those are some tears, and he is not putting any weight on his left foot. He is hopping on his right leg and not putting any weight on the left foot. You'd think somebody else would go out there and help instead of just the the athletic trainer, who is a little smaller than him. I have about 6 guys out there helping to get that guy wherever he wanted to go.
He's worth it.
He is definitely worth it. Now they got an assistant who has come over and helped, and 2 of them are literally just picking him up and carrying him back towards the training room in the locker room for Mississippi State. So let's see if Alabama can take advantage of having the top scoring threat and top assist man for the Bulldogs back in the training room at the moment. I think it was Harris that came in for him. Claudell Harris Jr. Bama with a basketball, up by 8, 35-27, 5:15 to go. Sears drive, dishing to Holloway, back to Sears now. Sears off the screen from Youngblood. Goes down the lane, tried to throw a bounce pass to Diabate, but it was deflected out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Give it back to Bama. 14 to shoot, 5:07 to play in the half, and the Tide on top by 8.
Man, you hope Hubbard's okay. Could have been an ankle injury. Anytime it's no contact like that, it's very scary.
Diabate giving it to Philon, who drives baseline. Almost walked and may have. Let's see what happened. Did he step on the sideline? He did. I saw Byron Jarrett point, but he never really motioned anywhere. Now they're saying it is Mississippi State basketball. A couple of slick spots maybe on the floor. Nwoko will check out for the Dogs, and in to replace him will be Keyshawn Murphy, I believe. Kugel will bring it front court. They're only 2 of their last 10. Bama an 8-0 run over the last 2:30 as Melendez has it. Hands it off to Murphy, now to Harris. Harris working it back beyond the arc. 11 on the shot clock, 10. Kugel with it, 9 at 8. Top of the arc, Melendez at 6. Melendez at 4, feeds it off at 3. Harris at 2, at 1. Lets it go and knocks it down. He got Diabate to bite on the pump fake. That left him wide open, and he made Bama pay, and that's a big 3 to stop this run from the Tide and cut it to a 5-point game. Diabate will drive and dish. Holloway all alone for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded, though, by Sears, and he lays it back in. The miss was so bad by Holloway that it came off kind of flat, and Lawson, that's what allowed the easy rebound for Mark.
Sears was in the right place at the right time, and Diabate did a great job of, again, getting 2 guys on him.
And then he gets the steal, Mo does, ahead to Mark, steps through, hangs in the air, no, rebounded the miss, and then gets fouled. Back on that previous play, though, Mo took care of his box out again, allowing somebody else to get a board, And then on the other end of the floor, Mo gets the steal on the overplay and factors in to Bama getting to go back to the free throw line as well. 3:55 remains here in the first half in Starkville. Bama leading it 37-30 and looking to add to it when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhauer here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99 and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99 or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Bama's up 7 at the hump, 37-30 over Mississippi State. 3:55 to go in the first half. Stay with us at the half. The Toy of the Halftime Report with first half stats, scores from around the SEC, and a quick chat with Coach Nate Oates presented by Cook's Pest Control. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Lawson Schaefer courtside in Starkville. Lawson, we were talking before the game, I think, about Mo D. This is the kind of game that he's going to excel. It's a Mo D game, and so far he's played like 5-6 minutes, 3 boards, a steal, a block, a couple of assists. I mean, goodness gracious, you called him the heart and soul of the team, and I think you're right.
You look at what he just did the last 2 possessions. He's one of those guys where he doesn't even have to have the ball in his hands to make a huge difference. Chris alluded to, he had a great offensive box out, which gave Mark Sears the open to get the rebound. And then the next possession defensively jumps into the passing lane, gets a steal, and I think we're shooting free throws now because of it. So again, Mo D, there's no one like him on this team. He gets it done.
Crimson Tide enjoying the 37-30 advantage. 3:55 left to go here in the first half. Out of the timeout, Grant Nelson will be joined by Darion Reed, LeBaron Philon, Aiden Holloway, and Mark Sears on the floor for the Crimson Tide. It'll be Sears at the line, shooting 2 shots. Check that, a 1-and-1, and he missed it. Bama's missed 3 straight free throws after Youngblood missed a pair earlier. On the other end, Jones is left alone. Thankfully, he missed the 3, and the rebound is claimed by Philon. He'll bring it ahead, stops top of the arc, now drives left side of the lane. Goes in with a left-handed scoop shot, no. Tip follow, no, by Reed. A third tip, and it's controlled by Mississippi State. Here come the Dogs the other way. Melendez to Harris on the far wing. Back to Melendez, top of the arc. Drives to his left, stops, kicks it back. Right side to Harris. Got away with a push. Goes to his left, throws it down low. Catch is made in traffic by Murphy, and he puts it up and in for 2. Keyshawn Murphy makes it a 5-point game, 37-32, with 3:10 remaining here in the half. Holloway left alone for 3, rims out again. That's 2 that have been halfway down for him. It popped out. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. State with the ball, down by 5, and their top player in the locker room with apparently an ankle or foot injury, as a foul's going to be whistled on LeBaron Philon of Alabama, trying to cut off the drive for Mississippi State. And the reaction for the Bulldog faithful as Hubbard is back out onto the floor and set to check in at the scores table. Well, they were worried as he had been literally helped off the floor less than 10 minutes ago on your watch. Not game time, but just on the old stopwatch. It was far less than 10 minutes since he went back to the locker room and had to be carried back there, and poof, here he is. The shiny slippers have healed him up, apparently. Got some glitter, and he's ready to go. And State gets a friendly roll on the free throw from Murphy, and they'll get another opportunity. Alabama's just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. State 3 of 5.
If you're following on that last play, that was just lazy defense, in my opinion. You know, you kind of had him squared up, and you're just going to back tip. You know, I think coach is probably telling him just to stay in a defensive position and force him to score over you.
Second free throw was missed by State. Bama clears it, comes the other way. Nelson with it, top of the arc. Looking back door, he's got Stevenson. Pump fake, shot, no good. And the rebound's controlled by Mississippi State. Like Jaron's foot got stuck, he just couldn't jump. Now on the other end, a little pick and roll, and Murphy is able to get the layup to go for 2, and that's a big sequence there to pull the Bulldogs to within a bucket. Sears the other way for Alabama. Cut off in the paint, tied up, needs help, and there's a jump ball called, and the arrow's going to favor Mississippi State. I would think there's going to be a ton of scratches that you're going to have to be treated for when this one's over with on both ends. They are getting after it. 2:15 remains in the half, and Alabama, which led by 7, has now gone 0 for its last 5, and State's got a chance to tie it or take the lead with a 3. Near side, Hubbard driving past Reed, goes in, lays it up, and we are deadlocked at 37. Bama the other way with Nelson. Grant will hand it off to Reed. Reed looking, gives it to Diabate. He'll drive and dish. Nelson thought about a 3. Instead will drive and throw a bounce pass. Diabate met the pass, and that's the only reason that he's going to go to the free throw line rather than State coming the other way with possession of the ball. If he doesn't meet the pass, that's a steal going the other way.
No doubt about it. Mississippi State is playing really good defense right now. So if you're Alabama, like you're saying, you got to meet every pass. You got to really be on your P's and Q's when it comes to ball protection right now. And defensively, we got to be in help side. There's 3 or 4 times now where we just got beat on the weak side, and there's not been a guy to really help. Whether it's off a pick and roll action or just dribble drive.
Diabate trying to make one for Bama at the stripe. We've missed 3 in a row, and he does.
It's a big one right there.
He had Youngblood missing 2, Sears missing 1, and Diabate making 1 in the office pool. Congratulations.
The payout on that one would be pretty good.
It would imagine. There are those that follow such things. 38-37, Bama looking to add to it with 1:46 to go. Second one's up, and that one's too strong. Nelson tips it in the air, no. Rebound tipped out, touch last by Alabama.
Great hustle, though, by Nelson to get in there and try to get a rebound.
So possession will stay, or go back to, I should say, the Bulldogs. They look to regain the lead. 1:36 and ticking. Time left first half. Bama 38, State 37 at the moment. Melendez with it. Stopping, handing it off to Hubbard, being hounded by Diabate. Hubbard going to his right, going past Mo briefly. Now help arrives. A bounce pass comes to Warren. He gets into the paint. A bounce pass inside, and the dunk for 2 is made by Jones, and the Dogs have regained the lead. Bama hadn't had a field goal in 3 minutes. Trying to end that here. Diabate on the drive. Swings it over to Youngblood. Deep 3, bottom. And that bank first 3-pointer ends the field goal drought of more than 3 minutes for the Crimson Tide. And puts Alabama back on top, 41-39. The Tide now 7 of 19 from 3-point range. Brought to you by Bank First. Near side, it's Hubbard being defended by Nelson. Hubbard trying to play off of a screen. Now the switch with Diabate on him. He'll give it off. Driving into the paint, Murphy. Spinning left, spinning right, stepping through, shooting and missing. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Bama. The Tide will likely hold it for 1 shot. Shot clock is dark. Game clock is at 17. And Nate Oates says we got a timeout. let's use it right here. The use it or lose it comes with 16.2 on the game clock. Coach Oates will use the opportunity to get Aiden Holloway into the ball game. And Lawson Schaefer, if you can hear me across the way, what are you expecting to see from Alabama out of this timeout?
They've run the slip screen action several times this year. I'm hoping we run something a little different. Our percentage or our chances of success on that play haven't been great this year, but I'm hoping we get a downhill drive to maybe another kick out to Youngblood.
So we'll see what Coach Oates opts to go with here. Again, with 16.2 on the game clock. Both teams utilizing the timeout in this first half, that if you don't use it before intermission, you don't have an opportunity to do so in half number 2. Bama with Nelson, Youngblood, Diabate, Holloway, and Sears, the 5 on the floor. The inbounds will come to Mark, and he will bring it out to the center court logo and just dribble there as he's being defended by Jones. Plays off the screen at 7. Bounce pass inside. Nelson lays it up. Count it, and he is fouled. The and one opportunity for Grant Nelson. They went with a high ball screen right there, and Alabama was able to go from Sears to Nelson. And boy, Lawson, what an advantage to have a big man who could put it on the deck like Grant and get that extra dribble or two to get to the rim.
Hey, how smooth was that with a finger roll finish? Just great concentration to make that.
Foul whistled on Melendez. That'll be his first. The and one opportunity upcoming for Nelson, trying to get this back to a 5-point lead. And he does. 5.2 to go. They'll get Nelson out and get Reed in to replace him. Bama going a little smaller, but hopefully quicker. See, Diabate will pick up Hubbard, who gets the inbounds and will run it into the front court. 4, 3, 2, launches it at 1 on a fall away. It's no good, and the half ends with Alabama regaining the lead. A little 6-0 run in the final minute gives Bama the 44-39 advantage. Here's Lawson, with Coach.
Hey, Coach, thank you for having us. Tell me a little bit, what does second half success look like? What are you going to tell the guys in the locker room?
We got to be a little tougher. I mean, we got to finish our at the rims. We got to close out some defensive possessions, and we got to step to the line, make our free throws. I thought we left 5 points at the free throw line out there from some of our better starting guards. So got to make our free throws. Got to finish at the rim a little better. We got to close out stops on the defensive end.
Go get him, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Lawson. And thank you to Cook's Pest Control, who brings us Coach Nate Oates at the half. Again, conversation with a coach brought to you by Cook's Pest Control, which gives pest the full court press. Call Cooks today. Protect your home and business from pests and termites. Right now, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. (44-39), Alabama leading Mississippi State by 5 at the half. A top 25 matchup. The Bulldogs ranked 14th, Bama at number 4. We're back to Starkville in just a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book. It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Techron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many Chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through February 3rd, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Crimson Tide Basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit RollTide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. Cook's Pest Control. Cook's, the South's most trusted name in pest control and proud sponsor of Alabama basketball. And by the Soup Store, the best place in town to get all your Alabama gear. Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Report. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Back at first half here at Humphrey Coliseum in Starkville as Alabama was behind early. Mississippi State starting off quickly against the Crimson Tide, but Alabama able to get things going. Took the lead, up 7, had the ball, had the best player for Mississippi State in the training room as Josh Hubbard went down with what appeared to be a pretty severe ankle injury. No weight on that. Less than 10 minutes later, and I mean if you're keeping it on a stopwatch, not on a game clock, but just about 10 minutes total, he was back. And State had already been able to kind of weather the storm against Alabama, didn't allow the lead to get above. Actually, 8 points was the biggest margin at 35-27 for the Crimson Tide. And State actually went ahead, but in the final minute, Bama a 6-0 run to claim a 44-39 advantage. Looking at the numbers, Nelson with 9. Stevenson played, did not score. 2 also from Cliff Amori. 5 for Mark Sears, but 5 assists as well for Mark to go with 3 rebounds. You had a dozen from Chris Youngblood to lead the way. 5 points for LeBaron Philon, 1 for Mo Diabate, 4 each from Sherrell and Holloway, and 2 from Darion Reed. Mississippi State led as usual by Hubbard with 13. They would get 3 each from Matthews, Melendez, Harris as well. They would get 4 from Sean Jones Jr., 2 from Riley Kugel, and that would round out their scoring. Again, 44-39, Alabama leading Mississippi State, my apologies, at the break here in Starkville. This is the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealer or explore Toyota.com today. Take advantage of the amazing deals on our full line of vehicles, and no matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. We're back right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Bama fans, this is Roger Hoover. Each Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springfield, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is Tom Stipe with your halftime Alabama Power scoreboard update. Halftime from the hump. Bama leads Mississippi State 44-39. One SEC Finals so far on the night in Baton Rouge. LSU goes down to Auburn 87-74. One game in progress up in Oxford. Ole Miss trails Texas 38-34. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune into SiriusXM, SEC Channel 374 in your car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. Listen anywhere on SiriusXM. It's the home of your favorite team. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. We'll take a look at team stats next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, Tide fans. This is Chris Stewart for Conecuh Sausage. Conecuh's an Alabama fan favorite we all know and love. It's made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true hickory smoked southern flavor. Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and perfect for tailgating. Pick up a pack and enjoy your family's favorite recipes at any meal of the day. Conecuh Sausage, a game day tradition, and the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide.
I'm Jan Miller.
And I'm Kobe Prentice.
Make sure you and your family are up to date this summer on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory disease.
Vaccinations against these viruses are important for everyone, especially those at a higher risk of developing serious complications, including older Americans and those with certain medical conditions.
So don't wait, vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
I'm Coach Nate Oates, and this is the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. Talk about an outstanding lineup. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty deliver impressive power and game-changing capability. That's why I'm a fan of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 47 consecutive years. For the latest offers on a Ford truck, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Spyline the other way for the Tide to Sears. Deep three, bottom. The bank first three from Mark Sears from about 28 feet. Timeout, Mississippi State.
Bama leads State at the half, 44-39, and the sounds of the game were presented by Beatbox, the original party punch with 9 delicious flavors, not carbonated, and resealable. Be the MVP of your next game day tailgate with Beatbox. Halftime stats, Bama 46% overall, State 50% overall. Bama's out-rebounded the Dogs 23-18. That does it for the Toyota halftime report. Second half's coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and had chemo and radiation at DCH's Lewis and Fay Madison Cancer Center. I'm thankful for the support of my nurse Kate, my breast navigator Katrina, my doctors, and the whole staff. I have felt confident like I was the most important person there, before, during, and after. Tuscaloosa is blessed to have such an excellent team at the Madison Cancer Center.
Great things are happening at DCH.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alpha Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
This has been the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
Bama's up 44-39 at the half. The Crimson Tide runs harder on Try-Clean gasoline from Citgo. Here to fill us up for the second half, Chris Stewart.
Nicely done. Tom Stipe, who's been running on fumes, able to get us back right on cue. Bama with the basketball, throwing it to Nelson. It goes down the lane, puts it up, and got it to go. He wanted an and-one. Didn't get the whistle, but got the bucket, and Bama with a 7-point lead once again. Hubbard with the ball left of the circle. Nelson defending him. He'll fire it over to Melendez near side. Melendez hands it off to Harris, top of the arc. His three is good. He's made a couple of those, Lawson Schaefer, that we'll get your thoughts on in a moment, that have helped keep the Dogs in it. Sears driving left side, cut off, then has it stolen. Stepping in the passing lane was Matthews. He got the bucket. No, it rolls off, and the tough foul from Chris Youngblood is the only thing that saved that from being 2, and I was afraid it was still almost going to be an and 1, Lawson.
I thought that was a good foul right there by Youngblood, though. We see too many times, definitely this year, where these kind of runouts are turning into flagrant fouls, just the way that they're being officiated now. So I thought he did a good job of, giving his all, maybe not to give up an easy layup, but also not get called for a flagrant.
It clearly was going for the ball. He was trying to take his arm in the process, but he was going for the ball. Matthews, who is not a very strong free throw shooter, able to, right on cue, have that one go halfway down and pop out, thankfully.
I mean, how many times do we see that called be a flagrant foul, though, man?
No question.
It's the most common thing I feel like we see night in and night out as fans.
Second free throw is good. Matthews, the 50% free throw shooter. And that's the reason why he's done that, I think, 3 times already tonight. Here's Sears running the other way. Kicks it to Nelson in the corner. Left alone 3, no good. Rebounded Diamante. Rebounded by Amori. Clifford couldn't get it to go. Had it stripped away from him. And now here comes Matthews the other way to Hubbard for 3. And thankfully he missed. And Sears claims it. And the Tide will run the other way. Mark driving to his right, trying to dribble away from a double team. Looks, throws it over to Stevenson. Jaron in lane, pump fake once, strong move short. Rebounded his own miss initially, then had it poked away and stolen. State coming the other direction. Here's Matthews, cut off by Jaron. Now picked up by Amori. Matthews to Harris, top of the arc. Sears finding him. Now he'll step back off the screen. Misses that 3. Long rebound run down by Sears in the corner. 46-43. Bama up by a bucket with 18-16 to go. And then a takeaway and a steal by Nwoko. Gives it off to Melendez. The kick into the right corner to Harris. Back to Melendez. Steps into a 3 for the tie. It's no good. And thankfully, State has missed 3 straight threes on consecutive possessions.
We're playing with fire, though, right now. We got to kind of lock in. State's kind of bailing us out with these missed open looks, so if they were to capitalize, this game's going to get sideways pretty quickly.
You heard the whistle. Stevenson fouled as he was trying to drive from the corner, and that will allow Nate Oates to get LeBaron Philon in the game along with Aiden Holloway. Stevenson and Sears will exit right now for the Crimson Tide. So you've got Nelson, Amori, Youngblood, Holloway, and Philon, the 5 on the floor. Bama will inbound it to Holloway. Aiden kicks it over to Amori. Fakes a pass, now drives in, lays it up, no, but he got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The ability of the Bama bigs to put the ball on the deck is something to me that makes them so elite and so dangerous.
No doubt about it. Like, I'm loving the fact that Clifford's faking those handoffs right there, because the defense is just assuming that he's going to pass those up, but he's really getting them on the fake, and then he made one earlier and got to the free throw line this time. So again, it's just another threat to this offense.
And a good thing when he does go to the line, because Amori has been strong from there, able to knock down another for the Crimson Tide. 65% shooter on the year for the stripe for the 6'11 standout. And now Bama with a 48-43 lead. Here's Matthews with it for the Dogs. Throws it into the low post. Melendez trying to work against Youngblood, trying to back his way down. Amori comes over, and the big dog swats it away out of bounds.
It kind of looked like Mendez hit the 2-step tango right there on the catch.
Get away with that in Coleman on a Friday night, but not here. He's not supposed to anyway.
They're setting the dance floor now.
48-43. State with the ball. Bama with a 5-point lead. Nwoko with it. Out high with the shot clock under 10. It's at 8. He'll hand it off to Hubbard. He'll dribble right. He'll drive the lane. He'll put it up. Got it to go. That was way too easy late in the shot clock there to make it a 3-point game again. Here's Philon driving, dishing right side Holloway. Aiden trying to get a look. Can't. Plays off the screen from Nelson. Gives it off near side Philon. We got a mismatch somewhere, I think. Holloway stepping back. Deep 3, bottom. There was the mismatch. Anybody that doesn't guard Holloway, he'll knock down another bank first three, and Bama leads it by 6 with 16:52 to go.
What a smooth step back that was.
On the drive, Hubbard, little runner is no good, and a late whistle comes in. Let's see who they're going to get for that foul. It's going to be on Philon, I believe. Philon will get called for his third, and that'll get him a trip to the bench for Nate Oates and get Mark Sears quickly back in for Alabama. Keep telling yourself that, buddy. 16:47 left to play as Hubbard hits the first free throw.
And I hate it for Philon because I feel like the post players are kind of putting him in a tough position on Hubbard. They need to kind of square off as they come off that ball screen action, and it'll help him get back in front of the ball.
Gotcha. He's having to play for behind too much.
Exactly.
Second free throw up and good. Hubbard, who averages 16 a game, now has 17 already in the contest, and he's done it in just 19 minutes of action. Bama with a basketball. Here's Sears crossing over right, giving it off to Holloway. To Amori. Cliff hands it back to Holloway on the wing. He's double teamed. He splits defenders. He stops. He kicks it to Cliff, who gives it back but threw it away. Stolen. Driving in. Stripped and stolen by Amori. Clifford with the steal from Gunkel, and here comes Bama the other way. It's Sears, top of the arc. 4-3. Got it. He wanted an and one. Didn't get the whistle. But, man, what a play first by Amori and then by Sears on the three-pointer.
That was a heck of a shot. Definitely contact on that one.
In the corner, the three missed by Kugel, but the rebound claimed by State, and then a foul's going to be whistled on Clifford Amori as Murphy snared the miss, and we've come to a media timeout, the first in half number 2. 16 minutes to play in Starkville. Bama 54, State 47 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Bama's up 7 in Starkville, 54-47 against Mississippi State. 16 minutes to go in the ball game. The unexpected happens every day, and when it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Law Dagger here with us, filling in for BP. This is physical, really entertaining, and thankfully Bama's up 7.
It is all those things, yes. The physicality of this game was unreal. I think sometimes it's hard to tell on TV, but sitting this close and seeing these guys, I mean, there's going to be some sore bodies tomorrow.
This is a place that's always tough. You always know you have to come with physicality, but to see that along with the pace that you have as well, this is breakneck speed, but you know, there's no less toughness that's needed to get the job done in terms of the win.
There's no doubt about it. It's going to come down to who gets the 50-50 balls, who wants to do the dirty things that aren't really going to show up on the stat sheet that we're looking at here. And again, I really want to see Alabama's guards go to the boards the second half. It's got to be all 5 have been the same mentality of this is mine.
Mohamed Diabate Grant Nelson, Aiden Holloway, Darion Reed, and Mark Sears are the 5 on the floor for Alabama. As Keyshawn Murphy goes to the line, the Birmingham native playing for Mississippi State. Free throw up, and that one's perfect. Second one's up, and it is no good, and the rebound's claimed by Diabate. Mohammed, 1 point, but he's got 4 boards now in the game. Bama with the basketball. Sears front court to Holloway. Thought about pulling the trigger on the 3. Instead, gave it right, then gets it left. Now he'll let it fly, and I love it when he does. Bottom. Aiden Holloway, another deep three-pointer. He has got 10 points, and Alabama now leads it 57-48. Leaner no good from State. Putback wouldn't go, and here comes the Tide. Sears playing off a screen, weaving through traffic, getting downhill, muscles his way up, had it swatted back to him, gives it off to Holloway, works it around to Mo, back to Aiden. You know he wants to shoot it again, and we want him to do the same, but he's got to get open, can't do it. To Nelson. Grant pivots, looks, 5 to shoot. To Reed at 4, at 3. Hands it off or tried to, and Bama does not get a shot off, and State will run the other way. Got a little discombobulated there. As inside Murphy's left alone, and he'll slam it in for 2. 2 bad possessions, one on offense, then one on defense.
Just discombobulated that time offensively. Not good on spacing. There's 2 guys. Reed didn't really even have a driving angle, but defensively, absolutely no help.
Reed wisely throws it off the body of Jones, who was hounding him and had him basically tied up in the corner. He said, forget it, I'll just jump, sling it off of him, and he did. Took a little mercy on him.
And again, Alabama kind of had State on the ropes. You could see momentum shifting, and we just could not capitalize on the last offensive possession, and it gave up an easy dunk.
State fans trying to get back in this one as Nelson gets the inbounds pass from Holloway. Grant will pivot right. He'll drive baseline. He gets into the paint. He had it stripped. He got it back. He throws a bounce pass to Mark in the left corner. Shot clock's at 3, at 2. Mark lets fly and 1, and he got it to go. A beautiful little 8-foot floater from the baseline. Mark Sears at the last instant puts Bama back up by 9. Nate Oates says, let's get a takeaway. Hubbard to Matthews near side. Matthews trying to play off of a screen. Elbows Diabate, no whistle. Hubbard rises, fires, deep 3, and the net barely moved. 6-point game, but Bama will get it out of the net and hurry the other way. Sears off the screen, going baseline. Cut off, steps through, needs help, put it up, it wouldn't go, but a foul is going to be called on Mississippi State. Dog fans wanted a walk on Mark. Instead, it's Jones who's called for the hold.
Mark showing who he is, and that is a tough guard with a lot of heart. You give him a little bit of space, and he's going to make something of it. And same with Josh Hubbard. I mean, there really wasn't much room on that last play, but he sees a window. He's going to take the shot.
Sears knocking down the first of 2. Mississippi State, 7 of 12 from the free throw line. Bama, 6 of 10. 7-point Bama lead, trying to get it to 8, and we do. Free throw good, and it's 61-53 Alabama with 13:42 and ticking. Time left here in the second half. Hubbard trying to shake free, can't do it, gives it off. Right side to Matthews. Matthews trying to play off of a screen, drives right, goes down the lane, flips it back out to Murphy. Thought about a 3, drives the lane, puts it up and in. The Euro step for Murphy. He's from the European side of Birmingham, I believe. Able to get the Euro step to drop. 13-13 to play. The lob, Reed couldn't get it to go. He thought he got fouled, so did Nate Oates. And here come the Dogs the other way. Kugel to Hubbard in the corner. His 3 is up and good. cannot let him heat up. It's a three-point game. Sears running the other way, ran into traffic, turned it over. 4-on-4 right now. Kugel circling away from trouble to Murphy all along the paint for the dunk. And the Dogs have made it a one-point game. Nate Oates says, get it front court, let's play through it. 1 point, Bama lead. Here's Sears with it. Driving down the lane. Kicks it to Nelson, right wing. Nelson gets it to Holloway. Holloway working against Hubbard. Holloway right side, driving, teardrop, baseline, good. And the crowd will sit for a moment as the lead is back up to 3. 12, 16 and ticking. Time left here at Humphrey Coliseum. Murphy trying to post up, lost it out of bounds. The turnover, good defense. Mark Sears, and Bama has the ball and a three-point lead with 12:10 to go.
Man, Coach Oates showing a lot of confidence in the team not to call a timeout right there, and I commend him for that. He was going to let them survive that storm, and they did. That shows the character of a team right there.
Play through adversity. Keep the timeout in the hip pocket. You got a media break coming up and a dead ball under the next 10 seconds.
It's loud in here.
It is. It is indeed. Sears with the basketball. Kicks it in the corner. Gets it back. He'll drive. He'll stop. He'll hesitate. He's double teamed. He needs a timeout. And we'll get it right here with 11:53 to go. Timeout on the floor. And we'll be back. Bama leading it 63-60 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
Bama's still up, but it's only 3 points. 11:53 to go in the ball game and start Vegas. Bama and Mississippi State 63-60. Bama making Evan Williams bourbon part of your game day traditions is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky. Think wisely, drink wisely, and roll Tide. All right, Lawson. You introduced the term as a basketball term. What is it going to take for Bama to get bobulated here and get this thing back on track?
Yeah.
We said discombobulated, and you're trying to get bobulated.
I'm getting bobulated.
Is bobulated a word?
It is now.
It is now.
I love it.
Ask Bob. I don't know.
We got to get this thing back on track. When you play as fast as we do, it's easy for the momentum and the teams to get back into the games, and I think we just saw that right there. At this pace, that Evan Williams commercial that keeps going, we're going to have to get us all a bottle.
Again, drink responsibly and
roll Tide.
And roll Tide.
Yeah, of course. We're not going to get the bottle on the way home.
No, but we'll talk. 11:53 remains in this one. Alabama leading at the half by a score of 44-39, now up by just 3 with 11:52 to go. Youngblood looking left, drives right, stops, spins, kicks it out to Cliff, to Mark. Back to Cliff. Driving in. Laid it up. No. Rebounded by Mo. Pump fake. Shot. No, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And we have come to another media timeout. 11:38 remains. Bama 63, State 60. Mo's shooting free throws when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 67 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks, are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
We've had more timeouts in the last minute or so than anything else. It's still 63-60 Bama. Let a little air out of the building here. 11:38 to go. ATIX wants to say thank you to all ticket-holding Crimson Tide fans. Visit AAATix.com to find tickets to just about anything. ATIX is a proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Breaking down just a little bit further, Mr. Dagger, about the pace we play and how that allows teams to sort of get back in. We're giving them more possessions because we don't keep the ball very long.
Exactly. When you're giving up as many possessions as we are, just the back and forth of the game, it's evident that teams are never truly going to be out of it unless you get up a substantial amount. And so I think sometimes as fans, we're saying, well, teams are getting back into it. Well, that's just the downfall of this pace of play and the style that we play at. So I think there's always going to be that the back of everybody's mind, hey, we can get back into this game. But when Alabama's on and we're shooting the ball well, it's going to be a heck of a mountain to climb to get back into it.
Crimson Tide will send Mohamed Diabate to the free throw line. Diabate has gone 1 of 2 from the stripe in the game.
And that was a great effort by him on that rebound, too. It looked like he went over the back, and it probably should have been called, but that's just kind of who he is. He's a magnet to contact.
67% free throw shooter on the year, and he hits the first. Second point of the game for him. Second one up, coming from the lefty. Can't get it to go, and the long rebound is run down by the Dogs. Harris controlling it for State to Matthews, back to Harris. Timeline near side. Being defended by Sears. He'll feed it off to Hubbard. He'll drive against Diabate. He'll stop as Mo did a great job staying with him. Mo will try to do the same as Hubbard gets it back, steps back, deep three. Man, that was pretty. Against one of the best defenders in the league. Made it a 64-62 ball game. Here's Mo losing the handle, getting it back, takes it to the far wing. Asking for a clear out, gets it, steps through 2 defenders, couldn't get the shot to go, rebounded his own miss, had it stripped away, picked up by Kugel, and now State will come the other way. They'll find Hubbard trying to give him the lead. Can't do it. Missed the 3, and the rebound controlled by Cliff. Outlet pass to Holloway. Aiden surveying the floor. Goes left, now goes right. Kugel comes out on him, so he can't pull the trigger on a 3. Now to Sears, driving down the lane. Tough runner, wouldn't go. Mo with another rebound on the deck, needs help. It's a timeout, and that will keep the possession with the Crimson Tide with 10:30 left to play, and Bama uses a 30-second timeout right there. We got 2 left. Wow.
Golly. Just physical. Just so physical. And Hubbard having the power to hit that shot coming off a step back, going off his right hand. Golly bum, that is a very, very difficult shot. And just to even get the ball up and over the rim is difficult in itself. So he's a hard matchup.
He is. 25 points for him. I think he's 5 of 12 from 3. He has gone 9 of 19 from the field. 25 points in 25 minutes. Mark Sears, one of 3 players with a dozen for the Crimson Tide. He, Holloway, and Youngblood all with 12 each. Chris got all of his, I believe, in the first half. Trying to look back quickly and see. Yep, Youngblood, nothing since intermission. But Alabama up by 2 with 10:31 to go. Bama's biggest lead has been 9. That was about 4 minutes ago. State's largest lead was 6 at 11-5 early in this one. Diabate driving, dishing. Youngblood can't get it to go, and the rebound claimed by State. Kugel, the outlet pass to Harris, far side. Harris giving it up to Matthews, top of the arc to Hubbard. Coming off the curl, crossing over, going down the lane, putting it up, got it to go, and he's fouled by Diabate. I mean no disrespect when I say this, because Hubbard is putting up phenomenal numbers against one of the best leagues in America, in maybe the best year in the history of this league. But he looks like the guy that would drive you nuts in the rec. He doesn't look like the guy that in an SEC game would be able to dominate, but he does.
Again, it's the explosiveness. He is a relentless scorer. Scores at all 3 levels, too, which is incredibly difficult.
Hubbard's free throw up and good. And State has the lead for the first time since early in the first half. Or, excuse me, late in the first half. Bama with a basketball. Sears driving. Keeps it out high now. Dribble still alive. Plays off the screen from Nelson to Stevenson. Driving to the baseline, cut off. Finds Youngblood. Touch pass, Sears. 3, bottom. Oh, what an assist, Chris Youngblood. And Mark, the huge bank first 3. He's got 15, and Bama leads it by 2 with 9:40 to go. Hubbard now driving down the lane. Stopping on the block. Spinning. Handing it off. Driving. Harris cut off. Has to back it out. Nwoko with it with 10 on the shot clock. Out beyond the circle. Nwoko to Hubbard, trying to get free. Deep 3, got it to go. Stevenson didn't get out on him, and he made him pay. That'll get Jarrett a seat on the bench, I believe. 9:10 to go, Bama down 1. Sears with it, weaving through traffic, bounce past Youngblood, stopping, looking, poked away out of bounds, touch last by Mississippi State. Philon will come in and Stevenson will sit down.
It's almost if Mississippi State's inviting that baseline drive and then they're getting 2 on the ball, and they're acting as almost a trap, and we're getting stuck right there. There's got to be somebody that's going to come bail out that passer, because if you get it swung over and back across, you get an open 3 like we just had with Sears.
Got 3 defenders on the baseline, the line itself, and 2 defenders. 9 minutes to go, 13 to shoot. Driving is Nelson, cut off. He'll bring it back out high. 8 to shoot. Nelson at 6, Nelson at 5, at 4, at 3. Nelson rises, fires, misses, and the rebound controlled by Mississippi State. Dogs have the ball, up by 1 with 8:40 to play. Hubbard to Harris now. Harris off the screen, driving, fall away from 12, got it to go. 3-point State lead, their biggest of the second half. Now here's Sears, trying to play off the screen to Phylon. Back to Mark. Bounce pass, Nelson kicks, corner, Youngblood, three for the tie, and it's good. And Youngblood buries the bank first three on the assist from Mark Sears, and Alabama has knotted the score at 70 with 8:10 to go.
Grant Nelson did a phenomenal job right there finding the open man. Catching the ball, making sure it goes to the right person, and Sears, of course, just hits him right in the sweet spot as well.
What a ball game here in Starkville, Mississippi tonight. Bama and Mississippi State, two top 15 teams in the country, and they absolutely look like it. Kugel on the far wing off the screen for Nwoko. Throws it back to him. He'll go in and tomahawk it for two. Bama didn't rotate after the double team, and State makes the Tide pay. Phylon giving it off. Holloway back to Phylon. Phylon looking to his right, feeds Youngblood off the screen. Youngblood back to Sears. Thought about it. Drives, got knocked to the deck, and it'll be Bama ball when we come back to Starkville. 7:33 to play. Dogs lead it 72-70 over Bama here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bama down 72-70 to Mississippi State. 7:33 to go in the ball game. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is a proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Lawson, two teams working hard. What are you seeing?
Right now I'm seeing Mississippi State, we're allowing them some really easy buckets inside and even on the perimeter, and it's almost as if we're having to work 2 times harder than they are to score, and that's just not what you want. As we kind of go down the home stretch of this game right here, we got to find a way to make it harder for them to score and us to continue to get easier looks. But I love when we get the ball moving. Sometimes we get the ball stuck in one guard's hands too long, and it makes it really easy for the defense to defend us.
Alabama's turned it over 11 times, only 7 by Mississippi State. They have had 10 steals defensively. Alabama only 3. You look at the free throw numbers, they're even. Both teams 8 of 13. And the rebounding edge is to Alabama at 34-28. But again, the Crimson Tide, while going 12 of 27 from three-point range, has given up 8 to the Bulldogs as well in this one. What a matchup. Bama and the Bullies, 72-70. State with a lead. Bama's only got 1 timeout left as they've updated the stat monitor. State has 3 of theirs left. It'll be Bama basketball from the baseline to our left underneath their own bucket. Nelson, Youngblood, Sears, Omori, and Phylon are the 5 on the floor for Alabama. Got another wet spot on the floor. I think they're trying to Fix over there on the far wing in front of the Alabama bench. LeBaron will inbound it. Again to the right of the Bama bucket. Gets it into Amori. He hands it off to Youngblood. Chris looking, feeds Nelson at the elbow. Looking back door, nobody there. Gives it off to Youngblood. 10 to shoot. Chris on the drive, runner is up. They're going to call an offensive foul, a push-off on Youngblood. Trying to get free. That wipes off the bucket, and it also gives Youngblood his third. Oh, man. He did a little.
Yeah.
He did just enough.
Darn. You get that arm extended.
He got it extended, and also Keyshawn Murphy, 6'10". They list him at 230. I ain't buying it. And I think that's where he went flying. They throw it to Hubbard at the elbow. Steps through. Leaner no good. Great defense, Bama. And Amori snatches it out of the air and brings it the other way. Looking to tie or take the lead with a three. Bama with the ball. Youngblood in the corner. Youngblood squaring up, giving it off to Nelson. He'll dribble and hand it off to Mark. Sears on the drive. Lob and the flush for the big dog.
Love that. And defensively, I love seeing us force him to take tough twos like that with Hubbard. That's what we need them doing, not coming off screening action and having Hubbard those threes that he really likes.
Amori with 6. Hubbard with it, top of the arc. We found him, but they throw it inside. Murphy layup, got it to go. 74-72. State back on top with 6:25 to play. Sears, bounce pass to Amori. Spins, needs help, throws it out. Phylon now to Sears. Sears on the drive, getting into the paint. Stopping, spinning, looking outside. Youngblood for 3, bottom. Oh, mercy! Chris Youngblood buries another one. His best game in a Bama uniform. 18 points. 6 minutes to go, and Bama leads by 1. Backdoor look to Kugel. Spinning, stopping, handing it off to Murphy. Murphy handing it back to Hubbard, who will drive underneath and lays it in for 2. And a timeout called by Mississippi State. Chris Jans talking it over as the Dogs go up 76-75. Punch, counter punch in this one, Lawson Schaefer.
It is a heavyweight title match right now. Hubbard is relentless getting to the rim, and like you said, Youngblood is just cool, calm, and collective shooting the ball right now.
It almost seems like the help defense to provide the double team. I'm not saying they're coming out too far, but they come out so far because you have to respect him. But he's got that burst where he can blow by, and normally where the help would come from is now trailing it just like the primary defender.
Exactly, and you almost got to try to bait him into taking a bad look. But right now, when someone's this hot, there is no bad look for him. The basket looks like the ocean, and he's standing on the shoreline.
Crimson Tide down by 1, but with the ball coming out of the timeout. State now with 2 timeouts left. By the way, the fouls are even at 5 apiece. Neither team in the bonus.
And that's one thing. I think the refs have done an absolutely phenomenal job of calling this game so far.
I agree. That's a big 2 words right there. So far. So it's a good crew. They have been good. Hopefully they'll stay that way. Bama with a basketball. Right wing, Diabate. Mo with a basketball, looking, hands it off to Nelson. Grant with a couple of dribbles, still has it, drives the lane, lob, no, he put it up, it wouldn't go. Rebounded by Mo, and he puts it in. I think he was trying to throw a lob, it was short, it almost went in the basket. Mo grabbed the miss and then put it in.
Unreal.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. 77-76 Bama, and Mo just picked up his 6th.
If you go back and watch that last one too, Chris, what Sears did a good job of, instead of screening Nelson's man, he screened his own man because his man was an all-out deny, which got 2 guys on one screen. So great job by Sears of recognizing that.
State will inbound it. on Diabate. That will be personal number 3. He and Philon and Youngblood all with 3 each. That's team foul number 6 on Bama. Here's Hubbard driving right. Bama switches. He'll launch a deep jumper. He'll miss it. Rebound, though, grabbed by Jones in a reset to 20 for Mississippi State. I think Muhammad's legs bothered him a little bit, but he's fighting through it. He said he needs help. Matthews working against him. They'll give it to Hubbard. Hubbard with 3, with 2, with 1. Lets it fly from 30 feet. It rimmed out. Rebound tipped into the hands of Matthews. Kicks it in the corner. Another 3 chance and another miss, but another rebound for State. And inside, Nwoko shot up, blocked by Nelson. And they're going to call him for a foul. It'll be 2 shots upcoming for the Dogs. And I thought earlier that Diabate had a cramp, but he is grabbing right behind his knee, I believe, in that calf area. He's in some pain.
He probably got hit on one of those screens. He ran through about 3 screens, and I think he probably got one of those dead legs or something like that.
Jaron Stevenson's going to come in to replace him.
Got 2 shots.
2 shots, so by rule, he's got to stay on the floor. It's a rule technicality. It's not going to affect anything, but by rule, he does have to stay. Stevenson can't check in until after the first for Nwoko. And that one hit the back iron. It practically deflated and fell into the net. It didn't bounce in. It literally hit, died, and fell in. He's got another upcoming. This one will probably look better and then not go in. Called it. No good.
That's experience right there.
That's old. 77-77 our score with 4:25 to play. Philon for Bama to Nelson. Back to Philon, top of the arc. LeBaron finding Youngblood on the wing. Catch and shoot 3. You think he wants it? I know I want him to have it. Bottom. Chris Youngblood knocks home another one, and the Tide leads it 80-77. He's got 21 thanks to another bank first 3, his 7th on 9 tries tonight.
He wanted that one.
Hubbard almost walked, drives in, lays it up, count it, and he's fouled. They're going to get Nelson for the personal, his 2nd, and it'll be an and 1 opportunity for Hubbard. Timeout on the floor. 3:57 to go. What a matchup between Alabama and Mississippi State in Starkville on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Nobody beats me, Mark Sears, on the court, and nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Call Cooks today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect, not easy.
Bama 80, Mississippi State 79. 3:57 to go in the ball game. Be sure and stay tuned after the game for the Regions postgame show with Bama coach Nate Oates. And don't forget, you can get your University of Alabama Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card today. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. We are back in Starkville. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, and Law Dagger filling in for Brian Pasick. Lawson, we call this winning time. What's it going to take?
It's going to take stopping one guy, it looks like.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I wouldn't say it'd be smart, but I would try to put 4 dudes on him and just see what happens at this rate. Let's just force anybody else to beat us at this moment, please.
The problem is, a couple of minutes ago, a couple of possessions ago, I should say, people did rotate over and he fed the man down low. I mean, he is doing a nice job of not trying to be a one-man show in this.
He's doing everything right.
He is.
Just one of those nights, and I hate that we're the ones that he's playing against.
35 for a guy who averages 16 a game. 13 of 26 from the field, and he has dished out a couple of assists. 80-79 at the moment. Shooting, one shot, and he hits it to tie it up. So converts the and one. 3:57 to go. State with 2 timeouts left. Bama with 1. Nelson looking right, almost walked. Keeps the dribble alive on the wing, looking for Holloway. Aiden right side, dribbles past Trouble, gets underneath, kicks it near side, Youngblood. No, he missed it after making 3 straight, and the Dogs come the other way. Dogs were whimpering when they saw Youngblood shoot it, but he couldn't get it to drop. Murphy handing it off to Harris. Harris back to Murphy. A dribble and a handoff to Murphy. Kugel going off of a screen, stopping at the elbow, looking, handing it off. Murphy, 2 on the shot clock. Let it fly and missed it, and Nelson clears it. A great job defensively there by Alabama. 3 minutes to play. Tie game. Down the lane, Sears. Tie up called, and the arrow will favor Mississippi State. Mark thought it was a foul. Nate thought it was a foul.
And going back to that last defensive possession, though, that's what you want. They did a good job of not letting Hubbard get a touch, force somebody else to shoot the ball. Let's see if we can't replicate that here.
Youngblood will pick up Hubbard as he brings the ball front court with 2:50 to go. Tie game at 80 apiece. SEC showdown. Kugel in the lane, deflected by Nelson and stolen by Holloway. Aiden running the other way, doesn't have numbers. Stops on the wing, goes to his right, backs it out, looking for Sears. He will keep the dribble going and then feeds Mark. Mark in the corner, Nelson for 3. Bottom! Oh, mercy! Grant Nelson, a huge 3 on the assist from Mark Christopher Sears. Bama 83, State 80, 2:17 to play. Dogs with it up top. Hubbard, defended by Amori, drives by him, pulls up from 8 feet, got it to go over Nelson. Mercy, it's a 1-point game again with 2 minutes to go. 37 for Hubbard. Sears with it out high, going left. Sears fires it in the corner and he threw it away. He thought that Youngblood was going to float to the corner. Nate Oates claiming that there was a deflection. Nate wants him to look at it, saying that there was a deflection, and what he's doing is buying himself a timeout, and that's a great coaching move by the Alabama head coach.
That's why he's paid the big bucks.
This play's under review, and it's brought to you by Bromberg's, Alabama's oldest and most trusted jeweler. They're reviewing it. I'll be surprised if we get the call to go our way, but Mark was trying to fire it to the corner where he thought Youngblood was going to drift, and unfortunately, Chris thought he was going to stay put. Yeah, there's no deflection there.
No.
But it gave Nate a chance to talk things over. It was the right thing to do to ask about it. It's the right thing to do to go quickly and keep it as the call is.
It was a correct call. And if you're Oates right now, you're talking about anybody can shoot but number 12 at this point.
Well, at the angle the pass was thrown, if the coach requests it, you got to call for it. You got to look at it. But thankfully, Bama did get something out of it. They got a chance to set things up, talk about what they want to do defensively. 1:52 to go. Bama 83, Mississippi State 82. Crimson Tide, 4th in America. State, number 14. Dogs with the basketball. Hubbard trying to shake free from Youngblood. Gives it off to Kugel. Kugel going to his right, getting into the paint. Threw it to his right, and it was off the fingertip of Amori. Bama wanted to travel, and rightfully so, but no whistle on that. Instead, the Tide was a fingertip away from getting that possession.
In real time, that looked like Mississippi State got away with one.
12 to shoot, 1:34 to play. Hubbard to inbound it, gets it into Kugel, back to Hubbard. He'll drive right, he'll get in the paint, he'll put it up, and he'll miss badly. Rebound fought for, scramble, picked up by Cliff. The big dog grabs it away, and the Tide has it up by 1 with 1:20 to go. Sears, front court. Orchestrates things, telling guys where he wants them. Tells Youngblood, you go left corner. Mo, you go right corner. 8 to shoot, 7, 6, mark at 5, down the lane at 4, puts it up at 2, and got it to go. He willed that one in, and Bama leads it 85-82 with under a minute to play. Hubbard over to his big man Murphy. The leader rolls in, and it's a one-point game again with 48 seconds to go, and State will use one of its 2 remaining timeouts here.
At this point, I think you live with that floater by Murphy right there. I think you just got to bite the bullet and say, we're going to give you that.
You know what Hubbard's going to do. Yeah. You hope that Murphy, who does have 18 in the ball
He's a great player, no doubt.
He's got 18, but
man,
I'm looking at their full numbers. They've got 38 from Hubbard. They've got 18 from Murphy. They've got 8 from Harris, 7 from Nwoko, and nobody else with more than 4.
Help was there. Nelson maybe could have been a little bit earlier getting there, maybe deferred him from not shooting the ball, deterred him from not shooting the ball. But at the end of the day, as long as 12's not taking a shot, I think it's a win for the Tide.
Everybody on their feet here in Starkville. 9,283 is what they have announced for this one here tonight at Humphrey Coliseum.
It's an engaged crowd, though. It's a different you know what I mean? It's they want this win pretty bad.
I think we're at capacity for this one tonight. But regardless, it's a loud one, that's for sure. It'll be Bama basketball. And what do you expect to see from the Tide right here? It starts with Mark Sears, obviously.
Absolutely. I think they're going to try to get downhill just like they did on that last possession and say, you're our guy, put us in the right position, whether that be him shooting that turnaround that he just hit, floater, or potentially kick out for 3.
Youngblood, Nelson, Holloway, Sears, and Diabate are the 5 for the Crimson Tide. State's going to pressure full court. They're not going to face guard the man inbounding it, Chris Youngblood, but they are putting 4 men in the back court. Youngblood trying to get it in, trying to get it to Sears, gets it to Nelson instead. The big fella will bring it himself into the front court. They're going to try to deny Mark, but he'll get the ball. Sears says, clear out for me. 20 to shoot, 37 to play. Sears with a dribble alive near center court. 15 on the shot clock now. Now it's at 10. Playing off the screen from Nelson. Mark, a bounce pass to Grant. Got fouled on his way to the rack, and Grant will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Man, Sears just does a really good job of that pocket pass right there. And Nelson, of course, just does what he does, catches that ball, goes right up with it. If you're Oates, you are extremely ecstatic with that possession right there.
So Grant Nelson at the free throw line, where he's made his only attempt tonight. Nelson on the year, a 67% free throw shooter. That one rattled out. Halfway down, it popped out. Clifford Amore, Jaron Stevenson will check in for Alabama. Or Stevenson's going to come in for Holloway anyway. And Amore's going to come in for Sears, going for size right there.
I don't know if we have a ball handler on the court right now.
Youngblood. Youngblood, and we got a timeout. And Nelson says, don't forget about me. Not a true point guard, though, you're right. Nelson to make it a 2-point lead, and he doesn't. But Mo got the rebound. Mo got the rebound, and a foul's going to be called on Kugel of Mississippi State with 22.6 seconds to go.
Who else?
Wow. 17th foul on the Dogs, and it'll send Mohamed Diabate to the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus.
Who else?
For Mo, that is rebound number 9 in the game. He's got 4 points, 2 assists. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Bama's just 8 of 15. State is 10 of 16 from the stripe. Knock these down, big fella. A huge 1-and-1 here. Cliff, check that. Mo missed it. Cliff tried to get the rebound, and it's controlled by State. Here come the Dogs with Hubbard. Down low, they go to Murphy. He missed the layup. It was challenged by Cliff. Bama comes the other way. Nelson puts it up with 10.9, but a whistle blew, and Alabama will go to the free throw line. I never heard a whistle, did you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Barely. Oh, my gosh.
Alabama's missed 3 free throws over the last 15 seconds of game time.
Did someone open a door on that layup?
I think Amore challenged it. He did, and thankfully that layup rolled off for State. But now Chris Youngblood will be the man at the free throw line. He's got 21 points in the game. He's 7 of 10 from 3, but he's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. This, too, is a 1-and-1. 1-point Bama lead. 2-point Bama lead as he knocked down the first.
Beautiful
and the
job.
Veteran knocks it home and says, everybody calm down. I got you. And boy, he's got us tonight. 22 points to lead the way for the Tide. Conversation going on among the officials. 10.9 on the clock, 86-84 Bama. 1 free throw upcoming for Youngblood. Chris, the Tuscaloosa native, knocks it down, and Bama leads by 3. Here come the Dogs. Kugel bringing it front court. Kugel looking for Hubbard, who lost it. It's out of bounds. It's off his leg. It's our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball with 5.3 to go, and Bama on top, 87-84. Chris Jans is livid. He is halfway out on the floor in the ear of the official, Courtney Green. He wanted a foul call. He didn't get it. We got 1 timeout left. We got to get it in bounds. First and foremost, Sears back in the game. Youngblood gets it into Nelson, who gets tackled, and I mean tackled, by Matthews. Neither side playing anything beyond that. Look, you know you got a foul. 2 big guys collided. They're both okay. My voice is shot, but they're okay.
It sounds like the Mississippi State fans are saying, I love you, or something to that nature.
It's heated right now. Grant Nelson, who has not been as good as he normally is, goes back to the line, but after, I think, we've got either an official review or a timeout. It is a timeout. No, I'm sorry. It's 5 fouls on Matthews. That's what it was. 5 fouls on Matthews.
Man, I got to commend Mo D on that last possession, causing that turnover. He did an incredible job of forcing and speeding up Josh Hubbard that ultimately made him lose control of the ball off the handoff.
We ran 3 guys at him, didn't we?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Huge 1-and-1 for Grant Nelson. Alabama has missed 2, and they've actually missed 4 of their last 5 free throws. Nelson, free throw, got the friendly roll, and it's a 2-possession game with 5.3 remaining. Holloway checks out. Cliff comes in to replace him. Knock this sucker down. Grant takes a couple of dribbles, eyes the basket, and can't get it to go. Nobody touch him. Front court, they'll work at Harris. He'll let it fly from 3. It's no good, and for the love I've never meant it more, let's get out of here. 88-84, Bama hangs on and beats the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. What a slugfest between 2 tremendous teams. Alabama, though, able to hang on, improving to 18-3 on the year, 7-1 in SEC play, all alone in second place. State slides to 16-5. They're in a bunch of folks that sit now at 4-4 in the conference. Postgame comes your way in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryant Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the Capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
When it comes to land care, you need equipment that's a slam dunk every time. At Tri-Green Equipment, we provide the tried and true support you need for your John Deere gear. Just like the Alabama Crimson Tide, we're always ready to assist you in making those game-winning plays. Visit us today and experience the unbeatable support that keeps you in the game. Tri-Green Equipment, proud sponsor of Crimson Tide Basketball.